So I was listening to a video where Dr. Umar was being interviewed, and he was talking to this real beautiful woman. She was a foreign woman. I don't know exactly where she was from, but she was, um, she had her own career. She uh, she made big money. I think was she a lawyer or something like that? She had it going on for herself. And they were discussing men. And Dr. Umar was talking about how women shouldn't expect so much from a man monetarily. She should be able to, in so many words, lower her standards for a man of a lower social and economic status. All right. His reasoning being that black men, particularly in America, but all over the world, have been economically limited or castrated. All right. And so the women, when they have high incomes, and education and, all the good trappings that come with it, the house and the car and stuff, they need to be willing and to not expect the same out of their black man because of his circumstances. Okay, I can agree with him to an extent where our men, black men, I'm gonna speak for America because I'm not in Africa, I'm not in Australia, and I'm not in the Caribbean. I don't know their paradigm from which they have to operate, but I know that here in America, black men have been basically economically castrated to a very large extent, and opportunities are limited to them, kept from them, and they they have a host of other ills to deal with and limitations to deal with in this society that is systemically racist against them. So I do agree with that part to an extent. But you have to remember, we outnumber our men. Let me say that again. Here in America, the sisters outnumber black men. So how is it that you have to find you a lady that is high on the economic and social and career ladder, and who got it going on, and for some reason you feel entitled to her? She's extra beautiful. You know what I'm saying? She got her stuff in order, but some reason you're entitled to her when there are so many women that are on your level that you can be looking at and pursuing. This issue right here between black men and women should not even exist. That shouldn't even be an issue. What are you trying to go? Why are you going after the woman that's making $100,000 a year? And don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with no job that you work, as long as you're working and you're trying to elevate yourself. But how do you rationalize you coming up to a woman, she's making $100,000 a year, and you making 25 or 30,000 a year, working at Walmart or something like that? How are you rationalizing that in your head? Especially when you have a lot of women who are on your level that's working at Walmart, are working in retail, are just financially on your level, wherever you're working. She's working. Why do you overlook her? Not to mention the fact that a lot of men tend to be intimidated by their woman if she makes a lot more than he does. There are a lot of variables that go with that. That's just like It's unfair. It's unequal. You sitting up here, a man with a lower economic income level, and you trying to go after these high class, high income level, high money making women. You guys are unequally yoked. You're not even equally yoked. There's plenty of women where you are that you can find a mate in and wife. Why you feel entitled to the one woman with all the trappings and the education and the high income bracket? Why you feel entitled to her? And why is it that we are the only women in the world that are told to lower our expectations for men? Why are y'all people in it? Because it's not just Dr. Umar. I've heard this from. Why are people constantly demanding that we lower our standards for men? Why don't you tell black men, Dr. Umar, why don't you tell them to get a trade, get a skill, get a degree, a certificate, elevate yourself, be ambitious, go for the Bitcoin. Go for the Bitcoin, black man. I don't care what's out there trying to stop you. You cannot give up. Instead of you telling women to lower our standards for Walmart to various and some old hobo looking for a place to stay. I remember I was listening to I don't know what's wrong with Dr. Umar. He's very intellectual. He's very well read and studied. He's very articulate. I have never seen a person that can articulate himself like Dr. Umar. What the hell is wrong with him? He was on another video I saw him. He was being interviewed and he was talking to another lady talking about if your man had a business idea but he didn't have the money and you had the money, would you help him and why not? So his thing was, you should help him. What in the world? Why would I go get a loan in my name to help my boyfriend? I could see if you was talking about your husband. Yo, baby, I got an idea. I done did the work. I did the math, but I just don't have the money. Look, this is what I need. This is what I can do. This is what we can do. Your husband, I can see that, but somebody out on the street. No, y'all, no. Dr. Umar needs to go around the country encouraging black men to get their money up, get their weight up, get their game up. Get that game rolling. You don't have to sell drugs to do that. Look at all these foreigners coming into this country and doing whatever they can to make sure they can go to school or get a trade. And next thing you know, 5 or 10 years later, they own a business. They open up their own practice. They making big money. You can do it, brothers. We have been brainwashed to become apathetic, and while we swim in a pool of resources and opportunities, even though we've been knocked down, beat back, we have been, but we can't. We have to remember the past. We have to teach it. We have to learn it. But you can't live in it. You don't live in the past. The past is your foundation to help you see a better future. Yeah, this happened. Yeah, that happened. Yeah, they screwed us over with the loans. Yeah, they destroyed our cities. Yeah, they took millions of acres of land from us. They lied to the world about who we are, lied to us and brainwashed. What can we do today to make sure that we are constantly on the path of developing and elevating ourselves in every way, especially our men. Teach our men to be ambitious and be competitive. When he see all these other races of men owning companies and building industries and grocery stores, the first time I saw, what's the name of that grocery store, that Mexican grocery store? I know there's a Gigante, but there's another one that's popping up everywhere. The first time I saw that grocery store, it was in Los Angeles. Now I'm seeing it all over here, in Louisiana, and God knows where else they're building. You should be jealous. You should be so jealous till you say, we finna get together with some brothers. We gonna open up some grocery stores or something. Teach the man to get their game up and be competitive. When you get knocked down, keep coming up fighting. It's too many resources. You've been brainwashed. Tell the men to get it instead of telling the women to lower our standards and feel sorry for our men and help them out. You're making black men handicapped. You're making them look like they're handicapped. Black American men. That's what you're doing, Dr. Umar and all the rest of you fools. Do you know that it is a man's nature to protect and provide? That's nature. That just comes with him being a man. That's his testosterone. That's his energy. And it's in the nature of a woman to look for a man to provide for her. The man that can give her the most stable life. We look for that in nature. You got this shit all flopped upside down and wrong. Sisters need to pick their self-esteem up off the ground and practice hypergamy. If you keep expecting little to nothing out of your men, that is all they are going to give you. Expect this man to be the king that he always walking around saying that he is. Every time you look up brothers Kangan, I'm glad they don't do that so much anymore. They don't do that as much as they used to. But all that Kangan you was doing, you should be in a better place by now. You should have reflected that thought into your environment so you can manifest kingly things. Black men need to stop allowing people to look at them like they're children, like they're handicapped, like they're unworthy, like they need somebody to hold their hand and drag them out the mud and put some goggles on them so they can see the path in front of them clearly and guide them. You need to stop letting people talk about you as if you are a helpless child. You need to stop. And women, don't lower your standards. That's what you've been doing. Sisters been lowering our standards, and where has it gotten us? Nowhere. Gotten us abused, used, stepped on, spat on, abandoned, rejected. We've been through that. No more struggle love, sisters. Ain't no struggle love. Oh no. No struggle love. Stop lowering your standards. What is Dr. Umar talking about? That's what we've been doing that. We need to stop. Shoot, tell brothers get their weight up. There's so many opportunities out here. Shoot, I know people out here in the tourist attract on Bourbon Street, doing all kind of little acts to make brothers doing all kind of little acts to make money. The little young black kids be out here drumming for tips, making big money, making $400 a day drumming for a few hours. All these opportunities, you better find them or you better make them. Brothers ought to be running to get up in tech. Shoot, brothers ought to be running to try to learn how to fix these raggedy ass modern day electric cars and stuff like that. Learn how to fix them. You ought to be running to learn how to be a plumber, an electrician, a carpenter, whatever. Get a trade, do something. Start an investment group. So many things you can do. Black American women are the only women in the world that are told to lower your standards and take a bum out the street, out the gutter, and make a king out of him. We're the only women are expected to do that. No, not anymore. Not anymore. No struggle. You ain't coming to us with no struggle love with your broke self. You ain't coming to us. You better find you working at McDonald's. Go find you a woman that's working at Burger King. Get with her, make it work, marry her, and y'all work together. Put your fast food money together and make sure you got a roof over your head. Make some plans to do better. That's what you do. You don't expect somebody that's making $250,000 a year to look at your raggedy butt. Sisters, rise up and be the type of person that a man be like, dang, I got to step my game up to step to her. I got to go out and get something. I got to have something. I got to be on my path, not making a plan. I got to be on it to have this woman. No more struggle, love. Don't even look for it. Don't even look for it. Okay, peace, y'all. That's all I wanted to say. It was on my heart and mind all day ever since I saw that old stupid ignorant behind video that Dr. Umar made. Please like and share this video and love yourself, baby, because ain't nobody gonna love you unless you love yourself first. Peace.